What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and it looks like some little bit of problems for uber progressive Marvel director Taika Waititi, who has had his hands in a lot of projects, an episode of The Mandalorian, Jojo Rabbit, which is a pretty good movie. A lot of people really like his take on Thor. I think he did Ragnarok, I think, too, right? Well, at least he's definitely doing Thor Love and Thunder, which will bring upon us Jane Foster, and I'm sure will completely emasculate Thor as a character, as Marvel's largely turned his character into a joke these days anyway. But this time, it looks like a bit of trouble for some outside activities. Marvel and Disney formally reprimanding Taika Waititi. This via News Hub. Taika Waititi reprimanded by Marvel for being photographed in a three-way kiss with Rita Ora and Tessa Thompson. Well, here's an interesting thing. Tessa Thompson works for him, right? So, speculative question. How did Tessa Thompson get that job? Yeah. It's not a good look. He's reportedly received a dressing down from Marvel bosses after eyebrow-raising paparazzi pictures circulated showing him and girlfriend Rita Ora getting cozy with Thor star Tessa Thompson. Look, by the way, totally cool. I mean, good for you, dude. Obviously, 100% fine with it between three grown and consenting adults. But it is weird when one of them works for you. The Kiwi filmmaker, his British pop star love interest, and the American actress were photographed kissing and cuddling outside Waititi's Sydney abode after what the Daily Mail described as an all-night party. Now, an insider on the film project Thor Love and Thunder claims the powers that be at Marvel Studios and his parent company Disney were unimpressed by the director's public displays of affection. Not exactly the image they're looking to project in relation to one of the biggest film franchises. The source added that despite his reputation as a party animal, the photos crossed a line with executives. In the Mail's exclusive photos, scenes with his arms draped around Thompson and Ora, who at one stage shared a kiss. I don't care about any of that stuff, by the way. Like, legitimately cool. I mean, the problem is, where are all the conversations about the power dynamic? Tessa Thompson works for him, directly for him. I suppose maybe Disney technically pays her paycheck, but you get what I mean. But people in Hollywood don't seem to have a problem with it. I wonder why that could be. The Independent reports an insider close, so it's hard to imagine this type of behavior would offend anyone at Marvel and Disney anymore. The company owns one of the spiciest characters ever created in Deadpool, and he's gotten up to way worse shenanigans than him. Well, one is on camera and the other is in real life. Outside of Marvel characters, they also own The Simpsons, one of the most successful properties in Disney Plus, if their trending charts are to be believed. If Marvel and Disney are somehow taking issue with this type of relationship, it really doesn't make sense given their biggest selling point for the Eternals film has been an open and out relationship. Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige proclaimed back on Good Morning America that the film would feature a gay character who had a family and was married. By the way, cool, fine. He said he's married, he's got a family. That's just part of who he is. Awesome. Stunning and brave, Kevin Feige. Modern Family is a hilarious show, and that features a modern gay family as well, and it's hilarious. Actor Haz Simon confirmed that not only would the movie feature a gay couple, but it would also feature their first kiss. Wow, awesome. Can't wait to buy a ticket to see that. He continued, I'm married to an out superhero, Fastos, played by Atlanta's Byron Tyree Henry, and we represent an LGBTQ family and have a child. Cool. Whatever. Awesome. It is weird. Aside from the Eternals, Waititi also declared that he plans to make Thompson's Valkyrie a member of the LGBTQ community in Thor Love and Thunder. Well, she is in real life too, I believe, right? He was asked back in February 2020, what would you like for Tessa Thompson Valkyrie to be explicitly out in this next movie? He responded, I think so. The IP's not mine, but with the actors, I feel whatever makes them comfortable. Whether they feel it's a natural choice or a natural way for the character to go, then I'm pretty supportive. If Tessa wants to do it, I'm in. Of course she's going to want to do it. Thompson claimed her character was bi back in October 2017. She's bi, and yes, she cares very little about what men think of her. What a joy to play. Well, then wouldn't you be... Then you're not really bi, are you? If she doesn't care about men at all, she probably doesn't date men. However, there could be... Here, okay, Bonding in the Comics picks it up. There could be a Me Too problem given Thompson is one of the actresses on Thor: Love and Thunder, the film he is in fact directing, and could be construed that he might be using his position of authority with her. However, the photos appear to show Thompson willfully engaging in the conduct herself. Well, I'm sure a lot of the women that suddenly came out 15 years later after their film careers were over were participating willfully at the time as well. Now, that isn't to say that there weren't men who took advantage of the position in Hollywood. Of course they did. And that's not okay. But the idea that there weren't women who also knew the kind of unspoken rule and participated willingly and profited from it, is to believe that didn't happen is also absurd. I don't think you'll see here this leak was on purpose. I'm not sure what purpose, but that's how it is. I can recognize people acting when I see them. Perhaps it's the first attempt to normalize poly relationships, not canceled, but others have lost their careers for less. It's weird that suddenly Disney has a problem with this. It seems unwoke. You see this person, Tessa Thompson, is entirely artificial celebrity. She has an unappealing personality and lacks charisma, but she checks the right boxes to get roles when she fails to take advantage of them. Men in Black showed she can't put butts in seats as a headliner or pull off a leading role outside of an ensemble. Marvel can plug literally anyone into the most supporting roles and fans won't care. They are showing up for the MCU. Good for Tessa Thompson that she's in a group of actresses that make up literally anyone. But let's not kid ourselves that she has loyal fans. Well, I'm sure she has some fans on Twitter. But, Hollywood A-lister is a deviant. Shocker. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're deviant. You see, he ditched his wife and kids as soon as he got rich and famous so he could hoe around with women young enough to be his daughters. What's the problem? Waititi is a living Hollywood dream of complete hedonism paired with grandstanding to the rest of the world about how morally superior he is. Well, if that's true, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't, his girlfriend, he's 45, his girlfriend's only 30. That's fine, obviously. But Tessa Thompson's also 37, so she's no spring chicken. They're allowed to party. They're allowed to have fun. They're probably engaging in consuming some mind-expanding substances. They're all adults. But we know if this situation were anybody but Taika Waititi, who's like openly very progressive, you would be seeing some serious calls for canceling. But we're not going to, because what this does is this, of course, opens the double standard that if you have the right politics, no one's going to come after you. To me, he's clearly abusing his position of power. If this were anyone else, we'd be seeing much different headlines. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.